No, what I'd say, though, with criticism and stuff, there's this thing people always say where they say, "Oh, you must take criticism," and "Oh, it's constructive criticism," and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, the way I look at it, I've never felt a need to put my opinion on people that strongly. Like, I accept what other people do and their choices, and like, I don't understand these people who will go out their way, and I think it's like a narcissism thing where they feel like they need to tell you, like they need to put their opinion in and kind of like they're right, and my advice is don't take criticism. Don't go along with all the constructive criticism that they say is constructive, because it often isn't constructive. It's destructive, and it's their way of trying to bring you down. And
Yeah.
I'm my own worst critic. I analyze all the music I do, and I try and improve every time. And I know when I'm not that happy with something or whatever, and I don't need other people saying it, because I'm my own worst critic. And it's kind of a thing. You're only going to make unique stuff if you just keep doing what you want to do. If you
Yeah.
start listening to all these people's opinions, you're going to just end up with this cloned version of what everyone else has accepted as the way things are, like a style of music. If you listen to everyone, it's just going to end up like new metal or whatever, where all the bands
Yeah.
sound the same. So the only way to be unique, I think, is forget the criticism, don't listen to it, keep doing what you want to do, whether people like it or not, because there will be people who like it, and they're the ones you're trying to please. Forget the people
Yeah.
who don't like it, because they're never going to like it. So yeah, that's how I deal with criticism.
Yeah. You've sang with some well-known people. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, I have sang with a few people. Yeah, so Steel Panther, that was cool. When they
Yeah.
came to Bristol, I jammed with them, and it was a rare track, which nobody's like really done that, because it's like a strange vocal style, that high, bear witness, that kind of high voice, Rob Halford style. So it was a fight song, and Satchel was in Fight basically before Steel Panther, which was Rob's solo band after he left Judas Priest for a while. And
Yeah, I didn't know he was in fights. Actually,
yeah,
I thought he was.
yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a fantastic guitarist, and I
Yeah.
love the fight stuff. So when I saw them, when Steel Panther come to town, they did this little acoustic thing, and
Yeah.
that was
What's
another
that? By
thing.
the way?
I'd
Good.
say I manifested that as well, because weeks before, I remember just messaging Steel Panther and saying, "Oh, I'd love to jam." I think I did say that song as well. "I'd love to jam Into the Pit with you," and I didn't hear back or nothing. There was nothing sort of said, and I don't even know if they read it. But on the day, everything just worked out. I didn't even know they were doing an acoustic thing, and I just sort of was there hanging around to meet them by the tour bus. And then there was this thing on at the pub nearby, and I just went along, and it all just happened. And Styx was like, "Oh, do you want to sing?" I was like, "Yeah," and then it happened. And
Yeah.
I still keep in touch with Satchel. He's a great guy, and he's good to chat to. And but actually singing with him was brilliant. So I've sang with Steel Panther, and it was just great, because it had never been done acoustic, that song either. So it was it's such a heavy song. I had to scream, to this acoustic version, but it was fun. I love acoustic versions of metal songs, so it was right down my street. And I've also sang with John Foster from Bronxy Beat, which is a little different because it's my own song, which he guested on. And he's really cool. So he sang with Bronxy Beat, I think, after Jimmy Somerville left. He come in and he did this amazing song, Hit That Perfect Beat.
Yeah.
I've loved since I was a kid. I remember my dad showing it to me once, and I was like, "Oh, I love this song." And then years later, he's singing on my song. I just got in touch with him, and he said, "Oh, wow, what a voice!" And he was up for guesting on it. So I was like, "Wow." So that's actually my favourite song I've done, because he's on it. I just love that I've sang with a classic '80s, singer like John.
Yeah, that's grand.
John Foster. And I just the whole experience was great, and I love synth music as well. Although I'm metal Matt,
Yeah,
I do love synthesizer. Yeah, synth pop. A lot of fun. It's so I love that song. And I've also done a thing with Tim Ripper Owens. He's guested on my cover of my songs, like I say. He sang with Priest, so that's a big deal, because they're my favourite band. So he was another cool one to have.
That's good. It's good to hear that, mate. It's good.
Yeah,
Some big names, eh?
yeah.